How is it going, everybody? This is Shay D of Shay D Horror, back with another watch and review. This time it is a Rob Zombie film, Three from Hell. This is the unrated Steelbook version. Let's go ahead and look at the synopsis. First, there was House of 1,000 Corpses. Then there was The Devil's Rejects. Now, from writer-director Rob Zombie comes the next blood-soaked chapter in the most violent crime saga in movie history, Three from Hell. After barely surviving a furious shootout with the police, Baby Firefly, Otis Driftwood, and Captain Spaulding are behind bars. But pure evil cannot be contained, and a firestorm of murder, madness, and mayhem will be released in this terror ride to hell and back. I did go ahead and watch this as well, To Hell and Back, the making of Three from Hell, which is a 4-part documentary, but I just watched it all together and it just plays out like a full documentary. Like it's a full, I think it's 90 some minutes. It's awesome. I like seeing everything that goes into the making of these movies. It just helps me kind of like appreciate them more. I watched the one on 31 as well when I reviewed it, and you know what? I like this movie even more now, seeing, more stuff from behind the scenes. So, this is Three from Hell. It is from the year 2019. It is rated R. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 55 minutes, and it is put out by Lionsgate. A second time watch for me. It's been years and a recent addition to the collection. A badass, great steelbook release with phenomenal artwork. This is the one I needed to complete the trilogy and figured it's well worth a review. I know some people claim to not be the biggest Rob Zombie fans, yet somehow always have his movies. I, on the other hand, am a fan of his flicks. They're dirty, vulgar, gory, and gritty as fuck. I like House of 1,000 Corpses. I like The Devil's Rejects. And yep, I like Three from Hell. I've reviewed 31, and yep, I like that one a lot too. This picks up where The Devil's Rejects left off, and well, free the three. That's kind of the chant as they're in the prison there. Kind of documentary style in the beginning, which is kind of cool as well. You know what you're getting into with these movies. I like the 70s setting and the 70s look and its aspect of just no holds barred, just dirty and brutal filmmaking. Rest in peace to Sid Haig, aka Captain Spaulding, who was such a well known and solid actor and character. The usual Rob Zombie crew is here, along with some cameos as well. Richard Brake is in here as the Midnight Wolfman, as the half brother of Otis Driftwood, and of course, Baby is back, played by Sherry Moon Zombie. The Firefly family is ferocious, feared, funny, and of course, fucking insane. A murderous, maniacal family of killers. You can tell that Rob Zombie is a big horror fan, and there's scenes that almost mirror other scenes from other films, yet he always has his own style, and you know it's him. Although inspired by other films, Rob Zombie films also have their own vibe and distinctive tone to them, and for sure, their own dialogue, and for sure, their own grittiness. So many recognizable horror film people pop up in here for a brief or short amount of time. All the guest appearances. There's great practical effects, lots and lots of blood, and a plethora of profanity. Call me crazy, but I find these movies pretty fun and entertaining. The 70s setting, the lines that are really great and at other times funny, the brutal B movie style feel, and just the altogether filthy nature of these movies and the nasty kills in these flicks. I think it's shot well in Rob Zombie's distinctive style with the quick edits, the still shots, and even the music cues and score and the colors he uses and just the song choices that he makes in some scenes. It's just a brutal joyride, a sick trip with some psychopathic killers. I mean, it's batshit crazy. It delivers on the horror aspect because, like the previous two films before it, this one really does just go right into it and it doesn't let up pretty much almost from the beginning there. It's just it's just one of those movies that is what it is. Whether you like it or not, this is some all American cinema right here, indie style. It's Lionsgate. It's Rob Zombie. It's horror alumni cameo after cameo, and it's hardcore and gore galore. Um, it's trippy and weird too. The unexplained shit is odd, but being that this is the third one, most of the stuff is explained already, so that way they can just kind of get right into the story. Like I said in that documentary, it explains, with Sid Haig and what he was going through and stuff, and how they changed some things up. And I appreciate it more after watching that full length documentary, which is really good in itself. Um, I do see why some people would not like this of Rob Zombie films, but everyone seems to have seen them though, and they do have a lot of memorable lines and scenes. All of the films do, from House of a Thousand Corpses to Devil's Rejects to this. Just a lot of memorable stuff in there for sure, whether it be lines or scenes. And all these movies, as far as business goes, bottom line, are successful. They've made a lot of money. I liked Three from Hell more on this watch. I was just there for the crazy ride that it is, the goofy and gory. It's good acting and not so good acting. It's guest appearances. And, well, it was just a bloody good time for me this time around. And whether you agree or disagree, this Steelbook, this release, as far as like whether you like the movie or not, this is an awesome release. At least I personally think it is. It's a dope ass Steelbook. Um, a lot of people do claim to not like the Rob Zombie films, but they still have them in their collection. They're staples in horror right now. They've enough time has passed where I think they're getting more respect and stuff. I've always liked Rob Zombie's films. I personally like them more with time, like as time went on. I think they are solid horror films that achieve what they set out to do. From prison to the road in this one, the kills and brutality keep rolling. It's brutal violence and mostly in broad daylight. Then off to Mexico, the road trip from hell, all around Halloween time and Dia de los Muertos, which adds a crazy little vibe as well. It's part prison film, part road movie, part revenge film, and even part Western. But it's all Rob Zombie style with plenty dirtiness, plenty grit, blood, gore, and violence. I had a fun time on this watch, and I am glad to have this one in the collection, especially this dope ass Steelbook. Hope everybody's doing good out there. This has been Shady of Shady Horror. Tonight, it was Three from Hell.